Good morning, sir. Ano po may tutulong ko sa inyo?
Miss, magpa-test unta ko ba? Kanang drug test ba? Drug test.
Okay, sir. Drug testing po ang purpose nyo. Bale, punta po kayo sa dulong hallway, konting liko sa left, at malaking liko sa right. Doon po ang drug testing section namin, sir.
Didire ba ang drug test?
Good morning po, sir. Ano po may tulong ko sa inyo?
Kanang magpa-drug ko. Ay, magpa-test di ay. Drug test.
Sir, ano pong purpose natin for drug test po?
Kanang sa trabaho. Requirements na mo.
May valid IDs po kayo, sir? Pwede ko pong ma-check?
Naa. Kanang driver's license. Kani oh.
Thank you, sir. Habang vine-verify ko po yung ID nyo, paki-fill up na lang po yung may check sa form, sir.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Thank you po, sir. Sir, can you please state your name?
Kanang ano ma'am? Cooper Connelly,
Ilang taon na po kayo, sir?
25,
Kailan po ang birthday nyo?
June 9, 1996.
May maintenance po kayo ng gamot, sir? Or within past few days, may nainom po kayo na gamot? At kung meron po, ano pong mga gamot po ito? May alcohol intake din po ba kayo, sir? Kung meron po, kailan po ang huling inom nyo?
Kanang sa trabaho, wala man pod.
Sir, proceed po tayo sa collection nyo po. Patanggalan po ako ng mga accessories, sir, ha? Ito po ang urine container. Punta po kayo doon sa CR at antayin nyo na lang po ako doon.
Oh, yeah.
Sir, pwede na po kayo pumasok. Papuno lang po ako niyang container, sir, ha?
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Sir, palagay po ako ng finger niya sa pad na yan, ha? Isa-isa po, sir. Wait na lang po tayo sa result niyo, sir.
Meanwhile.
Hello B.
Yes, baby?
B. Pag-drug test ako ngayon sa lab niyo.
Kabalo ka sa imong code. Kay ako ang i-check diri Ngano nag-adik-adik manggod ka.
Adik sa imo. Yee. AB 202106.
Unsa man ni? Kulang lagi ni.
Kulang? Wala man ko ng kulang nimo.
Adik na jud ka.
Ikaw na bahala ha. May premyo ka sa ako. Love you, B.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
AB 2021-06. Ito.
B,
Sup, baby? Nagawan ko na ng paraan.
na negative mo na, B.
Yes, B.
Kaya malakas ka sa akin eh.
May kiss ako mamaya, B.
Isag one night pa.
Since last week, it's like we always talked about. 'Cause you were so excited for me to finally drive.
Ma'am, may chikahar po ako.
Ano yun?
Narinig ko pong may kakall si Ma'am Billy, yung analyst po natin. Kausap niya ang isang client na si Cooper Connelly at sinabing positive po sa result. Pero nagawa niya daw po ng paraan.
The example shown in the video is pure fiction. However, a similar incident may happen in real life. What law will guard us? For the next part of this video, we give you Miss Arat and Miss Luyang for the report about the RA 9165 or the Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Act of 2002.
In 1972, the drug problem was just at its incipient stage, with only 20,000 drug users and marijuana as the top choice among the users in the Philippines. This was the drug scenario when Republic Act 6425, otherwise known as the Dangerous Drug Act of 1972, was approved on March 13, 1972.
With pop culture on the rise, the need for creative and innovative programs that can compete with the different messages that seek to capture people's interest and attention has become Dangerous Drug Board's main task.
The new millennium has truly brought a lot of changes, including in the field of drug prevention and control. In 2002, Republic Act 9165, or the Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Act of 2002, repealed RA 6425.
It is a policy of the state to safeguard the integrity of its territory and the well-being of its citizenry, particularly the youth, from harmful effects of dangerous drugs on their physical and mental well-being. The government shall strongly promote anti-drug abuse campaign through implementation and enforcement of policies, programs, and projects.
Under Section 4 of RA 9165, the importation of dangerous drugs serve the following penalties for corresponding offender. The importer of any dangerous drugs shall have life imprisonment or death penalty plus 500,000 to 10 million peso fine. The importer of any controlled precursor and essential chemicals shall be imprisoned 12 years and 1 day to 20 years plus 100,000 to 500,000 peso fine. Moreover, the importer who uses diplomatic status, such as passport, facilities, etc., shall have the maximum penalty plus confiscation of diplomatic passport. A person who organizes, manages, and finances any illegal activity shall have the maximum penalty, and the protector or the coddler shall be imprisoned 12 years and 1 day to 20 years plus 100,000 to 500,000 peso fine.
Under Section 5 of RA 9165, sale, trading, administration, dispensation, delivery, distribution, and transportation serves the following penalties for corresponding offender. For sell, trade, administer, dispense, deliver, give, distribute, dispatch, or transport of dangerous drugs shall have life imprisonment or death penalty plus 500,000 to 10 million peso fine. For sell, trade, administer, dispense, deliver, give, distribute, dispatch, or transport of any controlled precursor and essential chemical shall be imprisoned of 12 years and 1 day to 20 years plus 100,000 to 500,000 peso fine. For financer, shall have maximum penalty. For protector or cuddler, imprisonment of 12 years and 1 day to 20 years plus 100,000 to 500,000 peso fine. Maximum penalty is imposed on: first, committed within 100 meters from a school; second, use of minors or mentally incapacitated persons as runners, couriers, and messengers or any other capacity; third, if the victim is a minor or mentally incapacitated; fourth, dangerous drugs is approximate cause of death of victim; fifth, organizer, manager, or unlawful act and financer.
Under Section 6 of RA 9165, the maintenance of a den, diver, or resort will serve the following penalties for corresponding offender: a den, dive, or resort where any dangerous drugs are sold or used shall have life imprisonment or death penalty plus 500,000 to 10 million peso fine. A den, dive, or resort where any controlled precursor and essential chemicals are used or sold shall have imprisonment of 12 years and 1 day to 20 years plus 100,000 to 500,000 peso fine. Any dangerous drugs delivered or sold to a minor who is allowed to use the same in such place shall have maximum penalty, and the owner of den, dive, or resort should a death occur, will have 1 million to 15 million fine. The financer shall have the maximum penalty, and the protector or coddler shall be imprisoned of 12 years and 1 day to 20 years plus 100,000 to 500,000 peso fine. The den, dive, or resort shall be confiscated in favor of the government. Under Section 7 of RA 9165, which will be applied to the employees and visitors of a den, dive, or resort, shall have the penalty of imprisonment ranging from 12 years and 1 day to 20 years plus 100,000 to 500,000 peso fine. It will be imposed upon any employee of a den, dive, or resort who is aware of the nature of the place, and any person who is aware of the nature of the place as such and shall knowingly visit the same.
Under Section 8, manufacture of dangerous drugs or controlled precursors and essential chemicals. Under Section 9, illegal chemical diversion of controlled precursors and essential chemicals. And Section 10, manufacture of delivery of equipment, instrument, apparatus, and other paraphernalia for dangerous drugs or controlled precursors and essential chemicals. The penalty is imprisonment ranging from 12 years and 1 day to 20 years plus 100,000 to 500,000 fine.
Under Section 11 of RA 9165, which is the possession of dangerous drugs, shall serve the following penalties for corresponding offender: anyone with 10 grams or more of opium, 10 grams or more of morphine, 10 grams or more of heroin, 10 grams or more of cocaine or cocaine hydrochloride, 50 grams or more of methamphetamine hydrochloride or SHABU, 10 grams or more of marijuana resin or marijuana resin oil, 500 grams or more of marijuana, 10 grams or more of other dangerous drugs like ecstasy, LSD, GHB, and among others, shall have life imprisonment to death. Anyone who have 10 grams or more but less than 50 grams of SHABU shall have life imprisonment, and anyone who have 5 grams or more but less than 10 grams of opium, morphine, heroin, cocaine, or cocaine hydrochloride, marijuana resin or marijuana resin oil, SHABU, or other dangerous drugs 300 grams or more but less than 500 grams of marijuana shall have imprisonment of 20 years and 1 day to life imprisonment.
Under Section 12, the possession of equipment, instrument, apparatus, and other paraphernalia for dangerous drugs, the penalty is imprisonment ranging from 6 months and 1 day to 4 years, plus 10,000 to 50,000 fine, provided that in the case of medical practitioners and various professionals who are required to carry such equipment, instrument, apparatus, and other paraphernalia in the practice of their profession, the board shall prescribe the necessary implementing guidelines.
Under Section 15 of RA 9165, the use of dangerous drugs, the first offense penalty of person apprehended or arrested who is found positive after confirmatory test is rehabilitation for a minimum of 6 months in a government center. The penalty for second offense is imprisonment ranging from 6 years and 1 day to 12 years plus 50,000 to 200,000 peso fine.
Under Section 18 of RA 9165, unnecessary prescription of dangerous drugs, the penalty is imprisonment ranging from 12 years and 1 day to 20 years plus 100,000 to 500,000 fine. Additional penalty of the revocation of his or her license to practice shall be imposed upon the practitioner who prescribed the dangerous drug. Under Section 19 of RA 9165, the unlawful prescription of dangerous drugs, the penalty is life imprisonment to death plus 500,000 to 10 million peso fine.
The commonly abused drugs in the Philippines and its harmful effects are the following: methamphetamine hydrochloride or SHABU, which composes 47% of users. Its effect is reduced motor skills, impaired verbal learning, extreme weight loss, severe dental problems, anxiety, confusion, and insomnia. Next is the cannabis sativa or marijuana, which composes 18% of the users, which has an effect of increased heart rate, distorted perceptions, and such.
The illegal drugs problem in the country is real and pervasive. It is undermining the moral fabric of our society and is victimizing almost everyone.
Don't let illegal drugs own you. Don't let it drug you down.